Hi everyone, I'm Fiona and welcome back to my garage. It is Friday night. If you can't tell, Friday nights is the night I usually get into car things. First thing I need to tidy up. The second thing I've done, I bought a whiteboard. I'm going to pop it up on the wall. I'm going to make a list of things that the Supra needs doing to it. Let's see how we go with all of that. But first of all, it's time to clean up the garage. Right, that's better. Only took an hour. Yes, clean up as you go. I know. Sorry. So I made a list. Things that I want to do to the Supra. Number one on the list, the brake lines. They're old. They're cracked. One of them's actually cracked pretty bad. So we need to fit some new brake lines. I've already ordered some of those. They've even arrived really quick, which is great. But I need to fit them, so first thing on the list, fit some new brake lines. Okay, second on the list, the steering rack, the bushes and the boots. They're worn, they're no good, they need replacing, so I'm going to get some new steering rack, bushes and boots and fit them up. Alright, next we've got the engine mounts. They're no good, they're worn. So we're going to order some new engine mounts. Okay, also the cam covers or rocker covers, they're more cam covers on the 2J. They're leaking, so I need to replace the gaskets on the cam covers. That's not a big job, but new cam covers. Next on the list they gave me, the power steering's leaking quite badly from the hoses going to and from the power steering pump. So I've got to get some new power steering hoses in and replace those as well. And the last one that they've given me on their list was that the dust boot on the single piece drive shaft, there's a slide in the drive shaft that needs to be there. But the dust boot on that's cracked, and obviously we don't want dust getting in there. So new dust boot. Okay, so that's the 6 items that he's picked out on that inspection from underneath the car. I'm going to add to that the when I did the conversion, before I started the conversion, the Supra's heater worked just the way it's supposed to, and after the conversion it doesn't. And there's 2 possible problems, and I may need to fix both of those. The first one is that when I drained out the coolant, not all of the coolant went back in. And then separately, the actual control's not working completely. It won't let you select a level of heat. So that could be the plug, because I did unplug the climate control. And so I need to fix the heater. So there's 2 things, the coolant and the heater itself. So beyond those things, a couple of things that I've noticed. The driver's seatbelt is not great, so I may need to pull that out and fix that. And lastly, where I live, you're supposed to have an actual air box, not just a cone air filter or an open air filter. I need to fit up an air box to the car. Beyond that, the car's been sitting for a little while, and it's got a few cobwebs in it, and to fix some of those cobwebs we need to do really a proper full service. We need to change all the fluids in it, all the filters in it, and really go through the whole car. Okay, so they're all the sort of boring things, but what else do we want? The things that I want to do, the aims. What mods do I want to do to the car to make it better? And this is where the fun stuff begins. So what have we got? Well, there's a few obvious ones. Coilovers. I want a decent set of coilovers. Now, hand in hand with the coilovers, I want to go through the whole car, all the suspension, and replace all the bushes with polyurethane bushes. I need to get a full set of polyurethane bushes. Now, of course, when I do track the car or run it down a drag strip, it's great to go, but it's more important to stop. So I'm going to look into brake upgrades, options for brakes. Now, as much as some of you are saying, oh, that's all nice and well, but where are the tunes? Well, yes, I know the car doesn't even have a stereo in it at the moment. It's got nothing. It's just got a filler, and that's okay for me. I'm not big on stereo while I'm making sense of a car. I'd rather listen to the car I'd rather listen to what's going on. But yes, eventually, particularly if you're going on a trip, it is nice to be able to have your tunes running. Alright, and of course, after the new audio, I want to upgrade the seats. I need something to hold me in, so new seats. And of course, very most importantly, we need some new gauges, because at the moment, even though the car is a twin turbo, at least for now, there is no boost gauge. I have no idea how much boost this thing even makes right now. So I need to get a boost gauge. I also want to get an O2 bung put in so I can get an air fuel mixture gauge up. It's all about keeping the car healthy. I do not know anything about that. I have no information. Boost gauge and an air fuel mixture gauge at the minimum. The car is still not very clean, so I need to clean it thoroughly inside and out. And lastly, and this is the last thing on my list today, I want to see whether maybe I can replace some of the seals around the aerotop. I've always wanted an aerotop Supra. I want to be able to take the top off in the summer. I enjoy having the roof off. So I'm going to get some new roof seals and replace those. Okay, there's the list. And that's just the start, and that is just the basics. Okay, so the first thing and the most worrying thing that was noticed by my inspection was that the brake lines were all cracked, and one of them very badly. So the first thing I've ordered, new brake lines. And so that's the first task of tonight. We're going to fit some brake lines, and to do that we need to lift the car up, get the wheels off. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to remove the old brake lines. First end at the caliper first, and then we'll try and catch all that brake fluid into my little ice cream container, and then we'll come back and undo the top end. Okay, so the little fastener at the top of the end of the brake line there, it's only a 10mm, but it's on firm. The brake line's clearly not been touched since this car was made, and unfortunately that means that it's stuck. And because the 10mm, it's just a spanner on there, the spanner is starting, feels like it's going to slip on the nut. I don't want to strip it. And this is where sometimes a shifter is the right tool for the job. Put on there, tighten it up as much as you can, and give it a pull. And sometimes you'll get better leverage. Okay, so this is my braided line. I've just got the brand new fittings. Focus. Brand new fittings up there. It's not going to focus for me. Just same as what came off, and the other line to go back up to top. So we'll fit that. Okay, so on the front we've got the caliper again to undo, and if you follow the line of the brake line along here, there's actually a connection in here as well, and then up to the top where it connects to that brake line. So we need to undo all of those. Now you can just see really clearly on this angle how cracked that brake line is there. You can see it's really very bad. That could be very dangerous, that, and that's why these lines are getting replaced. It's not seeping or leaking, but the outer shell's had it, so you don't know how the inner layer's going, and that's why these have to come off. Geez, my little cesspool of dirty brake fluid in there. It doesn't look very nice, does it? Okay, so new brake line's in. Just down the back. New brake line in there as well. Pretty simple job actually. Very short one. Alright, so cross that one off the board. It's already done. Okay guys, so the first thing off the list, brake lines. They're done, that's great. Obviously ticking some off the list is awesome, we're on our way. But it was only a little job, but it was an easy job because I ordered them and they came 2 days later. So they're obviously on the shelf waiting. And then that's great, but parts take time. I don't have a lot of parts to install as yet to the car. I don't have most of those things on the list. I can't do installation of things I don't have. So that's the question. That's what I need to know. What should I be ordering? What parts should I be getting onto now? What mods need me to start ordering things now so that I'll have those parts when it comes time? Let me know what I should be doing in the way of ordering, what parts I should be looking at as far as the mods for the car to make it a really nice car. I do have a few aims for the car as a whole. I want to do some drag racing. I want to get some good quarters down, so I want to tidy up the car so that it handles well, and then down the line start adding a bit of power. So you tell me, please let me know what I should be looking into because it's all research, I'm fresh on this. Anyway, thanks for watching, I'll catch you all next time. Bye!